Hey everyone, welcome to Moving Matt. We do all things cameras with a dash of vlogs and a little bit of travel. And this is Camera Wars, the show where we give you the latest camera news and let you know just how the battle is heating up. First up, are you a secret admirer but court ordered to stay 200 yards away? Well, Canon may have a lens for you. According to a patent uncovered by UPSTO, Canon is working on an RF 2000 f/15. Now this focal length will be possible by using mirrors, the thing that everyone is trying to remove from your cameras. By adding mirrors, they will be able to keep down the size and weight, and fingers crossed, make them more affordable. But that wasn't the only lens coming possibly using this method. There was a 400 f3.6, 800 f5, and two 1200s, one f8 and the other one f10.5. Now one drawback to these type of lenses in the past has been the lack of contrast and the tendency to get donut bokeh. Now delicious as that may sound, apparently that is a bad thing. I guess time will tell if Canon's able to fix those issues, but let me know if you'd be excited about something like this in the comments below. But that isn't the only lens news coming from Canon. According to Canon rumors, there is a slew of cinema lenses coming to the RF mount. It was recently reported that Canon would be releasing new RF Cinema cameras, including the C300S and the C500S. Now both of these cameras are supposed to shoot 8K and will more than likely be announced at NAB in October. These lenses should pair nicely with those cameras and shows that Canon is very committed to its cinema line. Here's the list of all the lenses and a few standouts for me. The RF 14T 1.5, 24 1.3, and the 50 1.3. Now I don't know if any lenses of this caliber will be in my future, but it's refreshing to see nonetheless. Next up, according to very detailed leaks by Nakashita, it looks like we now have specs for the up-and-coming Panasonic GH5 Mark II, and I just gotta say they look incredibly disappointing. Now I know a lot of people are looking forward to this camera and I wish I could give some good news, but it seems like to me this will essentially be a GH5 with 4K 60. And guess what, it will also be keeping contrast detect autofocus.
You sick sons of bitches.
Now cameras can be more than a spec sheet, so maybe this will surprise us, but as of now, it isn't looking good. But speaking of not looking good, the more we hear about the new Sony a6600 successor, the more lackluster it is sounding. Now according to Sony Alpha rumors, which are about as reliable as my weight loss goals, they summed up the latest rumored a6700 specs by saying it is basically an A7C with an APS-C sensor. It's a lot of C's there. So yeah, that sounds terrible. Now they did go on to say that the smaller sensor would allow for greater IBIS and that it would also be shutterless, which would bring down the weight even more. But they also said that the video specs may be close to the A7C. So does that mean no 4K 60 10-bit? Honestly, I thought even with those specs, it was pretty underwhelming, especially considering Fujifilm was offering that at the start of 2019. Granted with inferior autofocus, but still. But the more I'm hearing about this camera, the more I'm thinking we are missing something. We already pretty much know this will be coming alongside another camera. Most are thinking it would be a new point and shoot camera due to one camera having 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi and the other having 5 gigahertz. But to me, if these camera specs are true and this is going to be aimed towards vloggers, does it really make sense to release a point and shoot also aimed towards vloggers? The a6600 did have 2.4 gigahertz, and dare I say these two cameras sound more like it could be this new APS-C vlogging camera, and the other could be the fabled Sony a7 IV. Now I know rumors have been quiet about that camera lately, but we all know it's coming soon, and no one knew about the A1 before it was dropped. Personally, I know there are a lot of people excited for a new flagship APS-C camera, but if they are going to half-ass it, I'd like to think they'd have another camera to blow us away. But it seems we will not have to wait long, because if Nakashita is right, then the announcement should be May 17th, with a release scheduled for June 4th. But what are your thoughts on what these cameras are? Is my idea completely crazy? Drop in the comment section below and let me know. Well, that is the current state of the camera wars. If you've liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And until next time, peace.